can you say no to the President of the United States when he asks you to do something unethical or illegal?
Senator, first, I need to clarify something that you said, that I have to sit up here and say these things. No, I don't. I sit up here and speak the truth. I'm not going to sit up here and say anything that I need to say to get confirmed by this body. I don't have to say anything. I will answer the questions to the best of my ability and honestly.
Let me ask you.
Woo! How many of you love Pam Bondi? Welcome, everybody. We're going to be going live. If you're just joining us on the replay, in the pinned comment is going to be our live stream tonight. We're fact-checking in real time the tombstone vegetable in chief, Joe Biden. Let me know how the audio is, but I have to go live first because we have to talk about Bondi. We have to talk about Pam Bondi. This was an absolute masterclass in total obliteration of the Democrats. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, Pam Bondi, who was nominated by our President Trump, President-elect, 5 days. Give me a 5, the number 5 in the comments right now. Type that right now. I'm so excited. 5 days till we get our country back for good. Pam Bondi has absolutely, she had her confirmation hearing today. She's nominated by President Trump, who brokered a deal. This is why I'm fact-checking tonight. He brokered the deal for the Israel-Hamas ceasefire and the hostage exchange, and Biden tried to take credit for it. If you can believe that, this is why we're going to be fact-checking his farewell. Good riddance. Forget about farewell. It should be good riddance. But I have to share these amazing highlights. Strap yourself in, and then don't forget, in the pinned comment, we're going to only be live here for about 15, 20 minutes, and then we're going straight over to the farewell address, which should be starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. So it's in the pinned comment. If you're watching this on the replay, make sure you click that. Boy, I thought Hegseth did an amazing job yesterday. I truly believe Pam Bondi has absolutely quadrupled what Hegseth did to the Democrats yesterday. She is a tour de force. She is an absolute hurricane of virality, of vivaciousness, of acute intelligence, wherewithal, erudite. Holy mackerel. I've got some serious clips to share with you. Wait till you see what she does to the Democrats. Let's get right into it because this is just absolutely phenomenal. Here she is, refusing to fall into Senator Durbin's trap. She's so good. I am so proud of her. I am more proud of her than any nominee so far, which is why I had to share this. Check this amazing clip right here. This is phenomenal.
Donald Trump has never acknowledged the legal results of the 2020 election. Are you prepared to say today under oath without reservation that Donald Trump lost the presidential contest to Joe Biden in 2020?
Ranking Member Durbin, President Biden is the President of the United States. He was duly sworn in, and he is the President of the United States. There was a peaceful transition of power. President Trump left office and was overwhelmingly elected in 2024.
Do you have any doubts that Joe Biden had the majority of votes,
Yes.
electoral votes necessary to be elected?
We all have
president in
doubts.
2020?
You know, Senator, all I can tell you as a prosecutor is from my firsthand experience. And I accept the results. I accept, of course, that Joe Biden is president of the United States. But what I can tell you is what I saw firsthand when I went to Pennsylvania as an advocate for the campaign. I was an advocate for the campaign, and I was on the ground in Pennsylvania, and I saw many things there. But do I accept the results? Of course I do. Do I agree with what happened? And I saw so much, you know, no one from either side of the aisle should want there to be any issues with election integrity in our country. We should all want our elections to be free and fair, and the rules and the laws to be followed.
I think that question.
Oh, it's so good. So good. I'm so proud of her. I mean, I am so proud of her. But wait, there's more. I mean, she just absolutely obliterates. Watch what she does to this next Mr. Whitehouse. She absolutely nukes Sheldon Whitehouse over his deranged line of questioning. Watch this. This is just absolutely phenomenal. I'm sorry. I'm too excited because for my kids, for my grandkids, for all of us, for the future of our glorious country, we are getting our country back and we have the best people involved. Watch this.
You have said that Department of Justice prosecutors will be prosecuted in the Trump administration. What Department of Justice prosecutors will be prosecuted and why?
I said that on TV. I said prosecutors will be prosecuted to finish the quote, if bad. Investigators will be investigated. You know, we all take an oath, Senator, to uphold the law.
Woo!
None of us are above the law. Let me give you a really good example of a bad lawyer within the Justice Department, a guy named Smith, who altered a FISA warrant, one of the most important things we can do in this country. So will everyone be held to an equal, fair system of justice if I am the next Attorney General? Absolutely. And no one is above the law.
Under what circumstances will you prosecute journalists for what they write?
I believe in the freedom of speech. Only if anyone commits a crime. It's pretty basic, Senator, with anything, with any victim. And this goes back to my entire career for 18 years as a prosecutor and then 8 years as Florida's Attorney General. You find the facts of the case, you apply the law in good faith, and you treat everyone fairly.
Seems to make sense, doesn't it? Hey, Democrats, hey, hypocrites, everything that you keep accusing Trump, every American who voted for him, real, true blue, hardworking, red-blooded Americans who pay their taxes, you accuse all of us. People who want to just practice their religion, express themselves freely, independent media, you suppress, censor. Hey, by the way, guys, don't ever forget this. The good guys are never on the side of censorship. Never, not a one, not in history. It's never going to happen. Not in the future. Nope. Goose egg, zero. Play again, try again next time.
And it would not be appropriate for a prosecutor to start with a name and look for a crime. It's a prosecutor's job to start with a crime and look for a name, correct?
Senator, I think that is the whole problem with the weaponization that we have seen the last 4 years and what's been happening to Donald Trump. They targeted Donald Trump. They went after him, actually starting back in 2016. They targeted his campaign. They have launched countless investigations against him. That will not be the case if I am Attorney General. I will not politicize that office. I will not target people simply because of their political affiliation. Justice will be administered even-handedly throughout this country. Senator, we've got to bring this country back together. We've got to move forward or we're going to lose our country.
Oh my God. How much do you love her? Give me a huge heart emoji or something in the comments. How much do you love Pam Bondi? Oh my God. Give me a capital PB. A capital PB for Pam Bondi in the comments right now. I am so impressed. The Justice Department is going to actually, guess what? They're going to actually go after real criminals. Watch this. Senator Mazi Hirono, my gosh, and we have such a great contingent from Hawaii. She is so abysmal, decrepit, swamp cretin. Senator Mazi Hirono. Oh my gosh, listen to this fiery exchange where Pam Bondi does not back down for a second. And then wait till you see what she does to Adam Pencil Dick Schiff. Stick around for that. Check this out. OMG. This is phenomenal. Masterclass.
So that sounds to me that you're saying that the White House will not have any kind of role. Meanwhile, though, you have an incoming president who said, I have the absolute right to do what I want to do with the Justice Department. And in fact, President-elect Trump considers the DOJ to be his law firm. I ask you this. If President-elect Trump asks, suggests, or hints that you as Attorney General should investigate one of his perceived political enemies, would you do so?
Senator Hirono, I wish you had met with me. Had you met with me, we could have discussed many things and gotten to know.
I am
You could
listening
have
to
gotten
you
know
now.
me.
Could you respond to the question?
Yeah, you were the only one who refused to meet with me, Senator. But what we would have discussed
I
is
love
that it
her.
is the job of the Attorney General to
I'm very
follow
happy to
the
listen to your
law.
responses under oath, Ms. Bondi. So I think it's really important to us that the Attorney General be independent of the.
Wait a minute. She thinks it's really important that the Attorney General, I mean, the hypocrisy, it's just like bursting from the seams from these people. I really hope that the Attorney General is independent from politics in the White House. What have you done to our president for the last, not even 4 years, the last 16 years? It all started back before he even announced. You guys would not stop. And then you had Russia, which was proven to be a hoax. Everything you've done has been proven to be a hoax. These guys this is why I call them the hypocrites. Give me a capital hypocrites in the comments.
White House, and you have a president-elect who considers the AG's office his law firm. I would like to know whether if the president suggests, hints, asks that you as Attorney General should investigate one of his perceived enemies? What would
Senator,
you
I
do?
certainly have not heard the president say that. But what I will tell you is 2/3 of Americans have lost faith in the Department of Justice.
Woo!
And it's statements like that,
Yeah.
I believe,
Ms.
that make
Bondi,
people continue to lose faith. If I am confirmed as Attorney General, it will be my job
getting
to
on
not
to my
only
next
keep
question,
America
you're not
safe,
responding.
but restore integrity to that
Why
department.
don't we
And that's
move
what
on
I
to
plan
something
on
that
doing
you said
every single day as Attorney General.
on August?
Oh, I love her. God, I love her. She is so fierce. She doesn't back down. She is everything we want, everything that we voted for, everything that we put our confidence and support in our president. We voted for somebody who is going to drain the swamp, who's going to make America great again. This is his nomination. And boy, oh boy, how many times have we said on this program, Trump is right about everything? How many times have I said on this show, Trump is right about everything? Did he pick an AG or did he pick an AG? Let me know in the comments. Okay. We're going to go to now the disgrace, this senator from California. What an embarrassment. This DEI Padilla. And watch how she handles this. And then Adam Schiff right after that. This is absolutely brilliant. Check out this phenomenal clip. Oh my God, you're going to absolutely love this. I mean, if you don't think she's an amazing, glorious pick, I would love to know why in the comments. Check this out.
You have no evidence to offer. Let me ask you this. Will you now retract your previous statements
You can't
that
even
Trump
talk.
won Pennsylvania in the 2020 election? Yes or no?
Oh, Senator, I traveled to Pennsylvania, and let me tell you what I saw firsthand.
Yes or
I didn't.
no?
I didn't talk about California because I was not in California. I talked about.
Yes or no? Last time I'm going to ask.
I talked about Pennsylvania because
Mr.
I was
Chair,
there.
I'm going to move on because
You
she's
got a
clearly not
court
answering my
order
questions. And
to
I want to know,
observe.
colleagues, for everybody, members of the committee and everybody watching, that the attorney who stood beside Mr. Giuliani was making very similar statements. And he has since been disbarred from multiple jurisdictions for making these false claims about the 2020 election in court. And like
Because
Mr.
you
Giuliani,
stole it.
as you've noted today, you've taken an oath to uphold the Constitution just as an attorney. And now you're asking us to consider you to serve as the chief law enforcement officer in our country. So it's imperative, Ms.
Oh,
Bondi,
this
that you
guy's so
subscribe to
full of
facts and
crap.
evidence and not politically convenient
You are
conspiracy
so full of
theories.
crap.
Your job will be, your job will be to protect voters and election workers.
Oh,
not
like
to
you?
undermine and doxed them. Now, I know that earlier you agreed that Joe Biden is in fact president, but many of the president-elect's inner circle continue to spread the big lie about the 2020 election. Then we'll move on to a different topic.
Okay, explain to me this, Mr. Padilla, you freaking absolute joke. How in the world did Joe Biden get 20 million more votes than Obama, the black Jesus of your party? Explain that, you complete lunkhead.
Topic. I know that's
Senator,
one
you were
that you're obviously
speaking.
not comfortable
May
with.
I speak? You
I
cut
want
me
to ask
off
you the
when I
next
was
question. You
speaking.
can speak, and I hope you answer, Ms. Bondi.
Well, I'd
now,
like
when
to
we met
answer the
yesterday,
previous one, Senator.
when we met yesterday,
You pointed your finger at me and
you
said
did not
you were
seem to be
speaking.
familiar
Let me answer
with
my
the
question. I'm not going to be
Citizenship
bullied by you,
Clause, the
Senator
14th
Padilla.
Amendment of the United States of America, which
God, I
is
love her.
deeply disappointing.
I guess you
And I'm
didn't want to
hoping you're
hear
more
my
familiar
answer
with it
about
today
Pennsylvania.
after I gave an opportunity to study overnight. So can you tell me in this committee what the Citizenship Clause of the 14th Amendment says?
Senator, I'm here to answer your questions. I'm not here to do your homework and study for you. If I am confirmed as
You're the
Attorney
one
General.
asking for a confirmation
Hey,
vote,
you
ma'am.
cut me off. Can I please finish?
What does the 14th Amendment say?
Senator, the 14th Amendment, we all know, addresses birthright citizenship. I've been a state prosecutor. I've been a state AG. I look forward to, even given your remarks today, working with you and the people of California if I am confirmed as the 87th Attorney General of the United States of America. I didn't take your homework assignment. I'm sorry. I was preparing for
Okay.
today.
I love her. I absolutely love her. She's such an American badass. The same spirit that runs through Trump, runs through J.D. Vance, the same spirit that runs through all of us, the same spirit that ran through our framers, our founders, and the hard working blood, sweat, and tears of the servicemen and women and the salt of the earth Americans that have served our country. Oh, I love it. Okay. Wow. I get too excited, man. Okay. Now you want to see something tasty? You want to see something absolutement delicioso? Watch as she absolutely destroys Adam Pencil Dick Schiff. This is so phenomenal. Get your popcorn. Enjoy this.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Bondi, as you know, the Supreme Court in Trump versus United States held the president has absolute immunity to commit crimes in certain core areas of the president's responsibility. One of those core areas is the Justice Department. So in a breathtakingly dangerous and irresponsible decision, Justice Roberts and the majority held the president can commit crimes using the Department of Justice and be immune from prosecution. Justice Sotomayor correctly said this new immunity lies about like a loaded weapon. So the fear and the concern we have is that the incoming president will use that loaded weapon, that immunity, to commit crimes through the Department of Justice. And for that reason, it is all the more important that we have an attorney general who has the independence, the strength, the intestinal fortitude to say no to the president when it is necessary. So my first set of questions has to do whether you have the independence to say no when you must say no. And you can say this is hypothetical, but it is not hypothetical. So let me start with one very specific non-hypothetical. The president has said Jack Smith should go to jail. Will you investigate Jack Smith?
Senator, I haven't seen the file. I haven't seen the investigation. I haven't looked at anything. It would be irresponsible of me to make a commitment regarding anything without, you're a long practicing attorney, without looking at a file.
So you would need a factual predicate to open an investigation of Jack Smith. Is that right?
Not a summary by you sitting here. Yes, sir.
And not a summary by the president either, right?
I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it.
So a summary by the president or his desire to investigate Jack Smith would not be enough for you to open an investigation of Jack Smith. Is that right?
I will look at the facts and evidence in any case.
And sitting here,
72%,
sitting here today.
Senator, 72% of
Please,
Americans
I only have
have
7 minutes.
lost faith in the Department of Justice.
Sitting here today,
Statements like this.
are you aware of any factual predicate to investigate Jack Smith? Sitting here today, yes or no?
Senator, I will look at the facts and the circumstances.
You
of
can't answer that
anything that's
question?
brought to me.
You're not a part of the department yet. There's no worry about divulging
I'm sitting
law
here as a
enforcement
nominee.
sensitive information. So just tell us,
I'm
are you
sitting here as a
aware, just
nominee.
tell us, are you aware of a factual predicate to investigate Jack Smith? Yes or no?
Senator, what I'm hearing on the news
Are
is
you aware of
horrible.
a-
Do I know if
you-
he
you seem
committed a crime?
reluctant.
I have not
You
looked at
seem
it.
reluctant to answer a simple question.
Because you're a
Let me
pencil
ask you a
dick.
different simple question. The president also
You're
wants
a
to jail
weasel who
Liz
hates
Cheney.
your
Sitting
country.
here today, are you aware of
Yes.
any factual basis to investigate Liz Cheney? Yes or no?
Senator, that's a hypothetical, and I'm not going to
No,
answer that
no,
question.
it's not hypothetical. I'm
Good for
asking you, sitting here today, whether you are aware of a factual predicate to investigate Liz Cheney.
Senator, no one
Based
has
on what
asked
you
me
know.
to investigate.
Why is she asking for a
Liz Cheney.
preemptive
That is a
pardon?
The president has
hypothetical.
called for it publicly. You are aware of that, aren't you?
No one has asked me to investigate.
But the president
Liz.
has
We're
called-
also
the
worried about
president-
Liz Cheney,
The
Senator.
president has
You know what
called
we
for
should
this.
be worried about?
Ms. Bondi,
The
please
crime rate
answer
in
my questions.
California right now
You
is
are
through
aware,
the roof.
Ms. Bondi,
Your
my-
robberies
Ms.
are
Bondi,
87%
my
higher
question-
than the
my
national
question
average.
is this.
That's what I
My
want to
question
be
is this.
focused on,
Do you
Senator.
have the
If I'm
power to
confirmed
say
as
no to the
Attorney
president?
General.
And what you're suggesting today by your non-answer is you don't have the independence to say no to the president. So let me ask you a different question. It also requires you, if you're going to be a good attorney general, to be able to tell hard truths to the president. So my questions now are, can you tell hard truths to the president? So let me start with an easy truth that you could speak to the president. Can you tell us, can you tell him that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election? Can you say that? Do you have the independence to say that? Do you have the gravitas, the stature, the intestinal fortitude to say, Donald Trump, you lost the 2020 election? Can you tell us that here today?
Senator, what I can tell you is I will never play politics. You're trying to engage me in a gotcha. I
No,
won't
I'm just
do it.
asking a simple
I
question.
won't play
If you can
politics
speak truth
with any
to
ongoing
power. So let me ask
investigation,
you another.
like you did
let me-
leaking your
let me ask
colleague
you-
Devin Nunes's memo.
If you can't answer the question, let me ask you a different, what should be a simple truth, not a hard one. Was there massive fraud affecting the result of the 2020 election? Yes or no?
Senator, I'm glad you asked that question. If
Yes.
you'll let me answer what I saw in Pennsylvania.
No, I asked a simple question about massive fraud.
I can only tell you what I
massive-
saw
no,
in
no, I
Pennsylvania.
know you want to answer a different question, but my question is, can you tell us whether there was massive fraud affecting the results of the 2020 election? Yes or no? Was
I
there or
can
was
tell
there not?
you what I saw when I went
That's
as an
not my,
advocate
that's
to
not
the
my
campaign.
question. So you can't answer that question. You can't speak that even easy truth to us, let alone to the president. So let me ask you a different question. It will also be important that you give good advice to the president. Are you prepared to advise the president not to pardon people who beat police officers?
Senator, as I said, the pardons are at the direction of the president. We will look and we will advise. I will look at every case on a
Okay,
case.
so you
Let me
look at-
finish on a case by case
Okay,
basis.
okay, good.
And I
let me
abhor violence to police officers.
follow up with that. So will it be your advice to the president, Mr. President? I know you said you want to issue hundreds of pardons on day one. Will it be your advice to the president? No, Mr. President, I need to go over them on a case-by-case basis. Do not issue blanket pardons. Will that be your advice to the president?
Senator, I have not looked at any of those files. If confirmed, I will look at the files
And
for
will
the
you be able to
pardons, as
do,
well
will
as
you
the
be able to
ongoing
review
investigation.
hundreds of cases on day one?
I will look at every file I am
Of course
asked
you
to
won't.
look
So
at.
will you advise the
Heck,
president?
can I
will
answer
you-
the question?
Well, my question
I would
is,
have plenty of staff. You said, of course you want.
you'll be able to review
Listen, I'm
hundreds
not
of
going to
cases on the first day?
mislead this body nor you.
All right, let me ask another question. You don't want to answer that. Let me answer
You were
another question.
censured by
It will
Congress, Senator,
also-
for
it will
comments just
also-
like this that
It
are
will
so reckless.
it will also be important for you to be able to preserve the records, the evidence of the department. Are you ready to commit that none of the evidence in the January 6th investigation will be destroyed under your watch?
Senator, I will follow the law. I will consult with ethical officials in the
Do you
department.
see any ethical basis to destroy evidence in the January 6th investigation? Then why can't you answer the question? Why can't you say, I commit to this committee, we will never destroy the evidence in the January 6th investigation? Why can't you give this committee and the American people that assurance?
Are you frightened because evidence was destroyed against President Trump that was false? Is that why you're
Why do
frightened
you
now?
have
I can't
difficulty?
believe this is even,
Why do you have difficulty answering that question?
I can't believe
Why do you
you're
have
asking such a
difficulty?
question.
Why do you have difficulty
done,
promising
pencil
to
dick.
preserve evidence at the Department
You
of Justice.
lose,
Why is
Pencil
that a
Dick.
difficult question?
I will follow the law.
It shouldn't be a difficult question.
Oh my gosh, so good. How much do you absolutely love Pam Bondi? Oh my gosh. You have got my vote. Pam Bondi, if you or any of your staff are watching, you have an open invitation to come on our show anytime, any day of the week. Just reach out to me, and I would love to have you come on here and add a little more contextuality to your answers because you got cut off. They ask you questions and then they don't let you answer them. But your fierceness, your defiance, your pursuit of truth, your pursuit of real, true blue justice is commendable. I salute you. I encourage you. I support you. And I hope that you will too. My God, I cannot wait to get your thoughts. If Pam Bondi is not the person to fix the DOJ, the Department of Justice, I don't know who is. And I pray to God, and I hope you will too, that Pam Bondi gets confirmed, Kash Patel gets confirmed, and Pencil Dick Schiff finally gets his due process and his due justice. Hey, Pencil Dick. Hey, I'm telling you right now, this guy Schiff, look, I've said this many, many times. I don't just call myself professor for kicks and giggles. I know these people. I've worked with these people. They are all stuffed shirt, completely useless, completely narcissistic, smug academics. Okay, we're going live right now. Join us. The link in the pinned comment, Biden's farewell delivery right now. I'll see you over there.